Welcome to Recently Logged, an audio stream discussing what the film bros are watching these days.
So what are they watching these days?
Well, evidently they're not watching Charade because no one responded to our Instagram poll.
Wait, we have an Instagram poll?
Yeah, we have an Instagram too.
Yeah, I know I'm following our Instagram, but I didn't even know we had a poll.
No,
I didn't even. I would have voted
on our story. If you want to go follow us on Instagram, it's at Recently Logged. Very easy to find.
Wow.
But I posted a poll saying we're about to start recording. What are your thoughts on Charade? And no one.
A poll?
Yeah, there's I liked it, didn't like it. There wasn't I didn't watch it.
Well, then it's dumb. Nobody's gonna vote because nobody's watched this.
Nobody's watched it.
Only the highly elite.
Only the true film bros have watched Charade.
No, not even that.
Not even the film bros.
They're
too high and mighty.
Yeah, something like that. So, Charade. Tell me about Charade, Robbie.
Well, it's a movie.
Wow.
I can tell you that much.
When did it come out?
Came out in 1963. Is directed by Stanley Donen.
Isn't that the guy who directed Singing in the Rain?
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh yeah, that's an interesting factoid.
Interesting factoid. This guy directed Singing in the Rain, which is a masterpiece. If
Love
you
that
haven't
movie.
Watched it yet,
Great movie.
Go watch it.
Best movie ever. Maybe.
I feel like between the first episode and this one, it's just us recommending that you go and watch other films other than the one that we're talking about.
Well, that's okay. You should go watch this. Interesting factoid number 2. They forgot to put a copyright onto this thing or something like that. I forget the story exactly. And it is just completely on the public domain.
Yeah, you can go watch it on YouTube.
So just go to YouTube.
Sorry about that, guys. We had our microphone cut out there for a second. We have a new setup this week.
Yeah, new microphone. I don't know if you can tell audio quality-wise.
Hopefully it sounds a little better.
It's a much more expensive microphone. But anyway, like I was saying, YouTube, Charade, pop-up, blah, blah, blah.
Go watch it. Yeah.
So, there's not too much else about the facts of just the movie making and Cary Grant. Audrey Hepburn.
Yeah, if you don't know who they are, go watch some more old movies.
And then
you need to go see some.
I think other than Singing in the Rain, I haven't seen any of the rest of his, though.
Who? Stanley Donen?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Doonan or Donen, and it really makes me nervous. Oh, apparently his company, Stanley Donen Films, is the only production company that worked on this, so it was his own thing. He didn't write it, though. What are you trying to do, Micah?
I feel like it's another Cary Grant movie. Oh my gosh, what is my phone screen doing? It's fine. Anyway, I think that's about it for the facts of this movie. PODDINGTONRL@gmail.com.
Yes.
Okay. Like the same exact
that is where you can send us. That is where you can send us in movie recommendations. You can also do it on our social media. It's always just at Recently Logged. And you can find us on Twitter and Instagram.
We're also all over the place for Google Podcasts, Spotify.
Yes. Since the last episode, we have gotten submitted to a lot more podcasting platforms, so we're
still not on iTunes yet, so that's depressing, but
we're on a lot of different things.
We're on a lot of stuff, so you can find us.
Once we get on iTunes, we'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
Go follow our social media so you can see.
Twitter, Instagram.
Well,
I think that's it.
How do we want to do it? How do we want to do it this time? Didn't you make me start last time?
I did make you start last time.
All right, you got to start this time.
I'm gonna start this time. Okay.
General thoughts.
General thoughts on Charade is that it's a good concept and it's a good they got good actors, but it plays out so weird.
Do you think the movie's just awkward feeling?
A little bit, yeah. Just kind of and one of the big selling points of the movie, even in the opening, it's romance.
No, that was the trailer, Micah.
Oh, that was the trailer. Never
We
mind.
watched the trailer before.
Romance, suspense,
and
comedy, mystery, comedy. I don't know.
Mystery, comedy,
bunch of different things.
Romance. I think.
Yeah,
is
mystery,
the
comedy, romance, and comedy works really well in this.
It does. It's quite funny at times.
The mystery, and the romance.
The final. I like the romance in this. It's fun.
Fine.
It's fun. It's
fine.
Fine.
I mean, Cary Grant's like 20-something years older than Audrey Hepburn, and he almost didn't want to. He apparently was going to be in what was the movie that Audrey Hepburn did?
Breakfast at Tiffany's?
No.
That's the only other Audrey Hepburn movie I know.
don't remember, but it was some movie that Cary Grant was originally asked to be in, and he was going to be the love interest for her in it, and then he didn't want to do it because of their age gap. But in this, they worked into the screenplay and they changed some stuff with the story and everything to actually make it a little bit more. Oh, he's older.
Yeah, no,
it's funny.
In the script, you can tell he's supposed to be older than her.
Yeah, so that's fine. But I think the biggest bummer on this is all their thrillery action, suspense, mystery. It's just not done very well.
What about the final chase scene?
Which
kind of thing?
Which chase? Like the chase
like
of him going after her?
Yes.
Or like the gunfight.
That whole sequence. It's all one big sequence. There's no gap in between them.
Fine.
It's fine.
It's a long.
Do you like the standoff at the end?
And the standoff's good.
Yeah, I think that's one of the better scenes in the movie.
And being that I thought about this last time, we didn't say this. Spoiler for the movie that we're doing.
I don't think too many people will care if we spoil a movie from the 60s.
Yeah, so spoilers for Charade, though.
Yes, yeah.
When they reveal that he is not who he said he is again for the last time.
For the third time?
Something like that.
Yeah, I think it's 3 times. He has 3 different names.
The last one he says...
We are talking about Cary Grant's character.
Yeah. I don't remember his name because he has so many throughout the movie. It's
Anderson or something? I don't know.
No, I don't know. But isn't he like CIA? FBI? One of those things.
CIA?
Yeah, he's like, that reveal was not very good.
No, it's not.
And especially because a lot of times, and I fully feel this is true, if there's some major twist that can be spoiled after you've watched it, or if it's been spoiled to you, it should be just as good, if not better, than when you didn't know.
I don't think this has any spoilers like that, really.
And all their twists, watching it again after I had already known all the twists, I mean, I predicted most of the twists when I watched it the first time, but watching it again, they didn't add much of anything. If anything, I was kind of annoyed by the whole movie second time through, just with the stamps. Because they're sitting right there the whole freaking movie.
Okay, so if you haven't seen Charade, basically there's a person and...
Charles.
Yes, Charles.
Charles.
And someone dies.
He dies.
And he owes a bunch of people money because does he steal it? I think he stole it.
Well,
right?
they all stole it together.
Okay, yeah. They stole it together. It was a big thing.
Okay, so here.
Yeah.
I'm cutting you off.
We need a plot summary.
They were all in LA Army together, blah, blah, blah. They were all friends, and they were supposed to be recovering this and that and whatnot, and instead they stole it.
This, that, and whatnot.
They stole it, and...
Wasn't it gold or something? I don't remember.
And Charles, his name isn't actually Charles, I don't think.
No, his name isn't Charles.
Everybody thinks he's dead. He was shot a bunch of times. Everybody thinks he's dead. But then, supposedly, he's not dead. He survived.
He's not dead.
He got a new passport. He got a new identity. And he's now married to Audrey Hepburn's character.
Well, good job.
And they're rich, but
they're rich.
They don't love each other. Blah blah blah.
They're getting a divorce. The very opening, yes, she's talking about how she's getting a divorce. The very
opening, he gets thrown out of a train.
Oh right,
so
right.
At any
he
rate,
dies. Yeah.
He gets thrown out of a train because they're going for the monies.
I always forget about that. So like the first shot of it is like a train, and then all of a sudden he just gets thrown out the side.
And then guy falls outside, and then blah blah blah. Money Guy's looking for money.
Sounds like this.
and what he did with the money, the like $1 million, I think, that they're after,
Yeah.
is he goes to this stamp fair or whatever,
As you do.
and buys the rarest, most expensive stamps out there,
The most expensive.
and puts them on this letter
Hold on, I'm shifting in my chair. Continue.
that he
Okay,
gives,
puts them on the letter.
Yeah, he puts them on a letter that he then has in a bag when he dies, and then the police have the bag, and they're like, there is nothing of interest in this bag.
There is nothing of interest in this bag. Blah, blah, blah.
No, it's French. It's not.
You don't do a very good French accent.
You know what? It's fine. And so they have the letter the whole time with the stamps on it.
They really do.
Yeah. So you're sitting there. And
So
they
that's why you don't like
have
rewatching it,
the
Micah?
stamps, and they have the stamps. Like, literally, I just turned on like the first 10 minutes, and she gets the stamps within the first 10 minutes of the movie.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, side note, in case you guys were wondering where we found the trailer, I don't know if it's on YouTube or not. But I have the Criterion Collection copy of this. We haven't watched any of the behind the scenes stuff on it yet, but that's how we watched it. So
Yeah.
I don't think it's on any streaming services right now.
It was weird, though, that it's a Criterion Collection movie.
You think
I
it's
don't
weird?
know. I think it is, because a lot of the movies, I think, on the Criterion Collection at least have some... Here, I'm moving to...
No.
Oh, my feet are cold. Some... No. So we record this in a
It's
basement.
chilly in the studios,
And it's
apparently.
freezing. So, yeah. Interesting that this is part of the Criterion Collection, because...
Do you feel like it fits in with the rest of them?
No, it feels more like a Criterion Collection knockoff.
You feel like it's a parody of something that should be in the Criterion Collection?
Yeah.
So, I
I feel like it's a parody of a Hitchcock movie.
I was about to say, a lot of the thriller stuff in this feels like mock Hitchcock.
Like poorly done Hitchcock.
Well, yeah. But
I think
it's the very okay. So there's this guy with a hook for a hand.
he's
and-
one of the guys who was in the army.
Yes, he was one of the guys
had his
trying
hand
to
shot
he's
off.
trying to get the money. But he ambushes Audrey Hepburn in her room. He's like, ah.
When he swings his slow arm down, he's like, ah.
It's pretty good, actually. That's one of my favorite sequences in the movie.
Yeah, no.
He's one of the funnier characters, though.
Yeah, I put it in my notes though, that I feel like, the thriller stuff was done really poorly.
Oh yeah, no, it's
All the suspense is kind of.
I think the whole thriller thing was just mainly for the marketing. I feel like the final chase sequence thing works kind of well, sort of. Especially the part in the theater works pretty well.
Yeah.
But outside of that, the thriller stuff is almost non-existent. It doesn't really do much of anything.
Yeah, and you also get this nice, thrilling, really pulls you in, really makes you just want to watch this for hours on end.
Oh man,
Fight scene on top of a roof
The
with
fight
said
scene.
hook guy
the hook guy,
and Cary Grant's character, and this is about the worst fight scene ever.
the worst.
It's so slow, and it's shot from like almost so far back, so it looks like two like little stick figures are being pushed together with some dramatic music playing.
The lighting's pretty cool in that scene, though.
Yeah, and then
Outside of that, it's really just kind of a boring scene to watch. That is one thing. Some of the scenes, a lot of the scenes in this movie can get boring. They go on a bit longer than they probably should sometimes. But I think it works pretty well for what it is.
yeah, no, it's not a bad movie.
No,
I like it.
What did you rate it? What did I rate it?
Oh boy, I forgot about.
Wow, we were unprepared.
Unprepared for the ratings.
let me
But while
take-
we're looking for ratings,
Yeah.
can you tell me, Robbie,
What?
what is your favorite character from this movie?
Probably the hook guy.
Oh, you know who my favorite character is?
Jean-Louis.
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 Oh, I love that kid.
He's the little kid.
He pulls a gun on Audrey Hepburn's
He-
character right at the beginning
He
and
does.
shoots her
Shoots her.
right?
Cold Blood.
Cold Blood.
Okay, what did I? What
Cold
did I
water.
Okay, yeah. Well, it was at a ski resort. So
yeah, so the water in the water again was
okay.
rather cold.
Quick side note: if you guys want to see our ratings of stuff on Letterboxd, you can follow us. I'm Robbie Grayway. That's just my
I'm
username.
games_things.
Yes.
Long story behind that.
Yes.
But anyway,
Okay, yeah.
I gave it 4.5.
I also gave it 4.5.
And gave it a like because I think
wow, look at that. Our stats are exactly the same.
Wow, that's fun.
Wow, it's so nice when you agree with someone, isn't it?
I gave it a 4.5, but more of like a 4 kind of feeling. 4.5. I just like it enough that
You like it enough that you gave it another
that
half.
I gave it another half star.
I think it works really well, more than it should.
Yeah.
It has a lot of charm to it. That's part of the reason it works so well, and that's partly because of its cast, partly because of the script.
Yeah, especially being that the script was changed to fit and with like the people who were in it, and
Yeah.
they were, and apparently Audrey Hepburn and Cary Grant really had a lot of fun with it, and yeah.
Oh shoot! Did you start a timer?
No, I never started timing.
Oh crap!
We don't know how long.
We're
this
not
is
going to
going
know
yet.
how long these are.
Oh,
Okay.
it's fun. One thing I gotta say on the more negative side.
Oh,
On
that's
the more negative side of this is the toning in the movie was weird, in my opinion.
You think the tone doesn't?
Especially when they just throw in like the 7 murders that take place.
Near the end, like the third act, once it starts, like 7 people die, like right in a row.
And they're just like funny romance, murder.
Murder. That one cut to the guy who got suffocated is still intense, man.
Honestly, that is one of the most intense part of it. He goes over and he's got like a plastic bag, like
He's suffocated.
like, and he's on the ground. And
Oh man, no, that's the one thrilling part of the movie.
yeah, and then also it almost shocked me because I didn't remember it at all, and I think they cut away from it fast for a reason. When the one guy dies in the elevator, it's really gory, and I forgot about that. I was like, wow.
Dang, yeah, no, for how old this movie is, from it being from the 60s, I'm surprised there was that much, like, blood.
Yeah. But, I mean, they cut away from it in
No,
half a second.
It only shows it for, like, maybe, like, a second or two, and then it cuts away to more happy, fun times.
Yeah, that was my thing. It was like, because it was playing so much with thriller and, like, stuff like that, it was like, oh, here's a little taste of thrills. Here's a little bit of thrills. Happy moments. Yay, comedy, romance. Here's a little bit of thrills.
A little bit of thrills.
And it just felt weird because they would, like, throw in these really, like, supposedly powerful, like, dun dun dun.
Yeah, the music swells a lot in this movie.
One of the funniest instances of this is when they figure out that it is the stamps, and they're at the stamp fair again.
They're at the stamp fair with
the first guy,
Jean-Louis.
the Jean-Louis,
Little Jean-Louis.
Jean-Louis, what did you do with the stamps?
Where did you put the stamps?
He's like, I sold them to the guy for so many stamps.
He gave me entire bag.
Why do I sound like I'm trying to do an Indian accent? I cannot do a French accent, my friends.
You're quite bad at this.
Okay,
but you were saying they're at the stamp.
They're at the stamp thing, and it's the first guy. I think it's like Tex or something is his name.
Tex Richmond.
He's like the last guy. It's actually just him and Cary Grant out of the big group of people who are after the money.
The money.
They're the only ones left, and he walks up there first, and he looks at some stamps and looks into his face, and then
I forgot about it.
And then it like zooms in on the stamps really fast. It's like dun dun, and it's like cutting between a bunch of different stamps, and then it cuts to his face, and it's like ah, and it cuts back to the stamps. It's like ah. And then that was fine. Doing it once is fine, but then he goes off running. And Cary Grant's character runs over and he's like, what did he see? What did he see?
What did he see?
And he looks around and then it does the exact same thing. Like it cuts
Dun.
exactly the same with exactly the same musical cues
Dun.
with all the stamps. And I died laughing.
That is a pretty funny thing. That's supposed to be like a huge revelation. It's like the stamps, of course. Little Jean-Louis was right.
Jean-Louis.
He knew all along.
Jean. He gets like kidnapped in the movie, by the way.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And it's really funny because it's like, oh, look at this. Is that a real gun? Let me see. He's not worried about it at all. And I feel like his mom isn't worried about it much either.
I know, she
because like Audrey Hepburn's character is like, yes, Jean-Louis has been kidnapped.
Jean-Louis has been kidnapped.
And she's like, oh no.
What a shame. C'est la vie.
And so yeah, I'm actually almost surprised I gave it 4.5. I thought I gave it 4.
I'm surprised you gave it 4.5.
Because I have a lot of negative thoughts about it, but I think, like I said, it's got just so much charm to it that when you're watching it, you're like,
it's a fun time.
He's taking a shower with his suit on.
It's a fun time. Good time at the movies.
Good time at the movie. I would go see this in the theater.
I would definitely go.
That
see
would be
this
cool.
In the theater. That would be lots of fun. Oh gosh, it's my turn now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, Charade. It's dang, I feel like I spliced in my opinion on yours.
A little bit, but
okay,
like, give us a nice firm just like thing. What do you think?
Okay, it is a good romance comedy.
Mm-hmm.
The thriller thing, I don't know why they advertise that. I think to bring in more people because thrillers were the thing back then.
Yeah.
But it's lots of fun. It's got some really great writing at some scenes, some not as great writing on other scenes. It flows together pretty well. The pacing's a little weird near the end, but
yeah,
that's
it's a little slow.
That's just how it goes. Overall, I think it's a big success. Yes, I think.
Yes.
I like it.
You know,
I'm glad I own it.
On the fact of its flow, it kind of reminds me of Deathly Hallows, and let me explain.
Deathly Hallows. I thought you were talking about Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I'm like, what?
No, the Deathly Hallows.
Okay,
let me explain. Because like in the Deathly Hallows, don't know if you've seen this, and don't worry, I won't be spoiling anything if you haven't. It's been out for forever, so I don't know why you haven't.
Oh wait, yeah, Deathly Hallows. Never.
Oh my gosh. Sure.
I keep thinking Sleepy Hollow, and I don't know why.
And like they'll be having, and this is a little more extreme. It's almost inverted from Charade, because it's like, oh, they're having a good time. Darkness, 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 darkness. Oh, they're having a good time. Darkness, darkness. It's like that, but reverse. It's like, oh, they're having a good time, good time, good time. Thriller.
So you're saying they cut in like a scene or two of something that it's actually not that bad thriller-wise, especially for the time period.
Well, like I was saying, especially with the murders, because like there's so much romance and comedy going on around the murders, around the time that they're happening.
Yeah.
And they'll like be in the apartment, and they'll be making jokes.
The apartment.
And not that apartment. And they'll be making jokes, and then they'll be like, hey guys, come in here, look at this. Murder. Murder. Yeah, so yeah, it's weird.
It's an interesting movie. I'm glad that I've seen it. I've seen it twice. I would probably watch it again.
Yeah. It's cool that you own the Criterion Collection version. That fun.
Is very cool. I wish I owned the Blu-ray of it, but Blu-rays are expensive.
Okay, this is totally off topic.
What?
But look at that Look at those shells over there on the shelf.
Okay.
Those two next to each other look like a severed toe. Do you see it?
What the heck? What are you talking about?
Like bottom right, like right over there.
Which shelf?
The shelf. No, the shells.
Oh, these shells.
Shells.
Shells? Oh, shells.
Shells.
I thought you
like
were saying
seashells.
I thought you were saying shelves.
No.
Like with a V. Shells.
Shells.
The shells. Oh yeah.
That one looks like so much like a toe, and I've been just looking at that. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a toe.
Oh my god.
They just line up so perfectly. It's like a little toenail.
Okay, so I'm glad you guys could experience the shell that looks like a toad.
I wish you could see it.
I wish you guys could see it. Maybe we'll post a picture of it online when this releases.
Yeah, and say to explain, listen to the podcast.
Listen to the podcast.
Yeah, that's what
so
we're
hear
gonna
about
do. We're
the
gonna
toe
do
shell, shell toe,
We're gonna do that.
the legend of shell toe.
All right, so I wish I knew how long we have been going.
I know. I don't want to like cut it off, but I feel like we've said just about everything. Oh, we didn't talk about the theater sequence.
The theater.
Oh wait, no. I was gonna ask you a question actually before we go to that.
Ask me a question.
What is your favorite scene? If you could just pick one
Favorite
scene from this movie.
The funeral scene. The funeral scene is great. All right, this is like peak comedy in the movie.
It really is. It's one of the funniest things.
Charles' funeral. Time. He's there. Audrey Hepburn's there. The French policeman's there.
Yes, the French policeman.
And Audrey Hepburn's friend, mother of Jean-Louis.
Jean-Louis?
It's just the three of them. And they're sad. And then randomly, people start coming in. So, and these people are the people who were in the army.
Yeah, they're the three guys trying to get the money from him. And they all come in one by one. To the funeral.
Wait. My synopsis was wrong.
What was your synopsis?
It's not Charles who almost dies. It's Charles' brother.
No, it was just a different guy.
Oh yeah, it's just a different guy who almost. Well, no, I thought it was Charles, but I don't know. No, it's just a different guy who almost.
There's a guy that dies on the thing, but it's not Charles. Charles dies on the train.
Yeah, Charles dies on the train. That's whose funeral it is.
Okay, but you were saying.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I just realized I was wrong there in my synopsis.
Wow.
The people one by one start coming in, and there's space in between, and they all come in just to confirm that Charles is dead.
To see that he's dead.
And
oh my god.
And they do a bunch of stuff. It's funny. Go watch the scene. Swear. Even if you don't watch the rest of the movie, watch that scene.
And the whole time the scene is going on, it starts out with a little record player, and it's playing like funeral music on a record player. Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, and we actually posted a quote from it.
We did.
On Twitter, I think it was.
Ooh, I think that was a spider.
Ooh, a spider.
There's a spider in the studio.
A spider in the studio, where?
I think it's on the... Yeah. Is that it? Did you see it?
I don't see it.
No, it's on the light.
The light?
I think...
Oh, I see it.
You see it? No, it's a fly?
No,
maybe it's a jumping spider.
I think it's a jumping spider. There's a jumping spider.
All right, I'll take a picture and we'll post it on
yeah, sure. But anyway, we posted a quote that it's like, must have known Charles pretty well. And you know that because he's allergic to him.
Because he's allergic to him.
And that makes zero sense, but it's funny.
Okay, yeah. That's probably my favorite scene too. Either that or the scene that... I think that's probably my favorite scene, but the best scene in the movie, I think, is the one on the boat.
The one on the boat's good.
That one has the best dialogue, I think.
Yeah, the dialogue there is really nice.
And I don't know, outside of the dialogue, there's not really anything special about it. But
fireworks.
Oh yeah, the fireworks. But yes, yeah, no, it's a pretty good scene. I will give it that.
What about the scene where she throws her ice cream at him?
If only Jean-Louis was there with his water gun to spray it off.
So this was made back way in the 60s, right? And they had water guns that look exactly like real guns. Like no orange tip.
Oh yeah.
Anything.
The shot in the movie, it shows Jean-Louis' hand with the water gun.
With the water gun pointing at
her. And it looks
her,
like a straight up real gun.
And the music is building. It's like...
And then Jean-Louis pulls the trigger and it just squirts her in the face.
And yeah, that's what I mean by they play around with tension a lot. They're like tension. Oh, oopsie, it was a joke.
Whoopsie, it's a joke.
But overall, yeah, I like this movie. I think it's good.
I'm watching out for the jumping spider.
Jumping spider.
Make sure it doesn't come back. It looks creepy. It's like a gray spider.
Well, the jumping spiders are rather creepy. I'm gonna make sure I don't have any more notes.
They're all twitchy and
just
stuff.
Say something.
They never stop moving.
Say something.
Okay, he's looking up his notes. You can go follow us on Letterboxd also to see whenever we put something out. It'll show what movie we did, and it'll have a link to where you can listen to it. And once again, we are available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Casts, many other casts.
Mama Cast.
Not iTunes yet, but we will get on iTunes. I swear.
Twitch.
Either that or I will never watch La La Land again.
MySpace.
I won't watch La La Land until we get on iTunes.
Facebook.
Not on Facebook. Although you can follow our Pinterest board. Okay,
also,
no.
we have an Etsy.
Okay, what is it you were saying?
Oh, what was
Your
I saying?
notes?
Oh no, I was just
You
checking
didn't have
my
any
notes. My notes pretty much say what I said. Jean-Louis is amazing.
He's the best character ever put to film, probably.
Cary Grant, I mean, he's just a really good actor. That's all I gotta say about him. I mean, I haven't seen a ton of his movies.
He's got a lot of charm and charisma.
But he makes a movie for me. A lot of times when I watch a movie with him in it, I like it because he's in it.
Do you think Charade would have worked as well without Cary Grant?
Been stabbed by something.
Did the spider bite you?
I don't know.
Oh no. Oh wait, oh, that's kind of dangerous. Oh, there's an ant over there. Micah, there's one ant in my bedroom.
And of course it would find me.
Bit you.
All right.
Okay. You were saying
Cary Grant.
Cary Grant, yes.
Cary Grant. He's a great actor. I think was what I was saying.
Okay, yeah.
Oh wait, you asked me if this movie would be good if Cary Grant wasn't in it.
Do you think it would work without Cary Grant? Having a different actor there or something?
It could.
No. Sorry about that guy.
It could, depending on the actor you get. Because, like, I don't think I would like it as much with anyone else besides Cary Grant.
They would have to change
but
the
if you
script around
you got with somebody who's got as much charisma and class as Cary Grant has, like even if you got somebody like Jimmy Stewart or something like that, I think it could work. But I don't think it would be as good.
Okay. Do you have any questions for me, Micah? I keep asking you questions.
For you. Wait, I asked you a question earlier.
What did you ask?
I asked you who your favorite character was.
Jean-Louis.
Oh, here's a question. What do you think about the score?
The score?
Because I just watched a review. I think it's the only review in existence on YouTube about this movie. And they were like, oh my gosh, the score is amazing.
It's amazing. It is pretty good. Actually, watching it the second time, I really did notice the score quite a bit, and it's really good, actually, for what it is.
She mentioned that the guy who did the score did
what else
several other things. So
I can hear the clicking of your iPhone, Micah.
Stall, I re-pull it back up on.
All right, you can follow us on social media. You're
just gonna plug every time I say stall.
Plug every time you say stall. You can follow us. I'm at Robbie Grayway on Instagram and Twitter. And Micah...
I'm at Micah Grayway
He's at
on
Micah
Instagram
Grayway
and Twitter.
on Instagram and Twitter, yes. And you can follow our podcast on Instagram.
Where would you find Cast and Crew?
Yeah, Cast and Crew. It would be Music By, right there.
Music by...
Henry Mancini.
And supposedly this guy's done some bigger things, and I gotta wait for it to load.
The cinematographer for this did Some Like It Hot, and you can kind of see a similarity between them.
Yeah. That's a good movie.
Yeah, go watch Some Like It Hot. Dang, that's a good movie.
Why isn't my phone not loading? Did we lose internet again?
Oh, shoot, we might have. I don't know. Yeah, our internet's been going in and out all day, so we've kind of...
It's been going in and out all day, every day.
All day, every day, baby. Okay.
Our internet's not good.
Do you want me to see?
I turned Wi-Fi off and I'm trying to.
Mine loaded.
Mine loaded. He did Breakfast at Tiffany's. He did the Pink Panther score.
Wait, which Pink Panther?
The Pink Panther theme.
He made the Pink Panther theme?
If I'm not mistaken.
Dang, he won 4 Oscars too.
Oh, he won 4 Oscars.
Shoot. Another 20 wins and 53
nominees.
Dang, this guy... No wonder the score was good.
Not nominees. Wow.
No wonder the score was good. Dang.
Soundtrack.
He's an actor in 4 things.
Wow, he's a producer of Doom Patrol. Oh boy.
Wait, he's a writer. Okay.
Long shot. No,
okay, so he's a writer too.
He's a writer for music, I thought. I don't know.
No, see, it says writer and then music.
The front runner.
He's only a writer for Doom Patrol.
The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon.
Okay, so wow, he was on the music and writing team for Mr. Robot.
The Flash.
Okay, so he's obviously a pretty good composer because he's been doing this for quite a while.
Tiffany's.
Oh shoot, we've used 75% of our data. See, Micah, this is what happens when you turn off the Wi-Fi. We get text messages saying we've used all of our data.
It's because, yeah, I know why.
It's
Anyway, I say that almost pretty much sums up my thoughts on the movie. It's really fun to watch, but
That
it
is.
does have a lot of problems.
yeah, it's not perfect, but I think for what it lacks in good plot and structure, it makes up for in charm and enjoyability and watchability.
Yeah. So definitely, especially being that this is just on the public domain.
Yeah, you can go watch it
Go
on
watch
YouTube.
it.
Go
give
do
it. Give it an hour and 50 something minutes. I think it's like an hour and 53 minutes.
Buy the Criterion release so you can watch the trailer in full HD, baby.
The trailer's pretty rough.
Yeah. The trailer is pretty bad.
Romance, suspense,
And then it's like a blender.
comedy, and then it blends them all. No, literally, it's like romance, and it does a little section in the blender.
Bloop.
Suspense does another little section. Comedy does another little section, and then it blends it. He's like, so that happens in
Yeah,
the trailer.
that's something that happened. Okay.
So any wrapping up thoughts, Robbie?
Closing thoughts. I will say this is one of my favorite Cary Grant movies. I haven't seen too many, but
I've seen several Cary Grant movies.
I quite like this one.
This one is pretty good. Let's see what I've seen Cary Grant in.
Cary Granton? Who's Cary Granton?
I've seen him in North by Northwest, His Girl Friday,
Oh, Arsenic and Old Lace.
Charade, Arsenic and Old Lace.
Oh, To Catch a Thief was pretty good too.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, you probably haven't
I
seen
think,
very.
Father Goose.
Oh. Oh.
That was one of his later movies.
Yeah, yeah.
That my grandma really likes.
She does enjoy it quite a bit. It is not my cup of tea.
Wasn't he in one of the weird movies that was
One
just
of the
on
weird
TV
movies?
that we just watched?
Oh gosh, I think he was in.
Like Rebecca or something like that.
No, he wasn't in Rebecca. It was one after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been in a bunch.
Oh, what was it called?
I don't remember.
Like it was something with.
It was something.
I'm gonna go look for it. You talk to the people.
Wasn't it a Shirley Temple movie? Because they were doing a Shirley Temple
I
marathon.
don't think that one was. I think it was one of the other ones.
I want to see Operation Petticoat still.
You're supposed to be talking to people.
Okay. Well.
Oh, here it is.
Well,
The Bachelor and the Bobby Sox. What?
not bad, kid.
1947.
See, Shirley Temple, Micah.
Oh, did she play What's Her Face?
Yeah.
She did play the older daughter.
Okay. So, anyways.
Young Cary Grant.
Yes, that's younger
Shirley
Cary.
Temple.
Okay, so wait, what did I say? I said, oh yeah, one of my favorite Cary Grant movies. I'll stand by that. Arsenic and Old Lace is probably my favorite of his, though.
I don't know. I really liked His Girl Friday.
Yeah, probably for me, it's probably Arsenic and Old Lace, His Girl Friday, and then this.
So here's
I
here's
wasn't a
question.
big fan of
Being that we're
North by
talking-
Northwest.
Yeah, neither was I. Being that we're talking about movies that that these actors were in, what's better, Audrey Hepburn in My Fair Lady or in Charade?
I'm gonna go My Fair Lady. She gives a much more entertaining performance in that.
Yeah, My Fair Lady's good. Oh,
Micah,
sorry.
why are you?
I don't know how much sound that was.
It probably wasn't much. He bumped the microphone stand
Yeah.
like an amateur.
Sorry.
Okay. You were saying?
What was I saying?
What were you saying?
Oh yeah, those are like the only two Audrey Hepburn movies that we've seen. I know we're uncultured or something like that.
We can't even call ourselves film bros.
But yeah, I'd say that about sums it up. And
All right.
you can go follow us at the many places
Many
that
places.
Robbie has plugged.
Yes. Our letterbox.
You can ask to be on our podcast.
You can.
We already have a couple people who have asked.
Quite a few on Instagram who have asked us to be on the podcast. So we should have a couple guests in the next couple weeks, probably.
Yeah, maybe not next week, but maybe
no,
the
probably
week
not next
after.
week. But
you can
pretty
ask to
soon.
be on. You can give movie suggestions. We would love to have movie suggestions
Yes.
because, like, if you look at our big list of movies we've seen, which is what we keep on doing, and we got a relatively tight schedule because we want to
Yes.
do this, once a week, And we didn't last week.
Yeah,
'cause we were on
sorry
vacation.
about not doing it last week. We went on vacation the week after we started a podcast.
Yeah.
Like amateurs.
And we want to do this once a week, so we record Thursdays today.
Which,
but not today.
Not
but
today.
For you,
Whoa.
And then we release it Sunday. And that's
Today.
Today, yeah, sure. And we want to kind of keep with that schedule, so that gives us, not very many days to watch the movie, get our thoughts together. So we definitely are trying to figure out what movies we want to do ahead of time.
Preferably on like Saturday or something.
We're like, what movies are we going to do? So yeah, send in your movie suggestions. Where can they send those into, Robbie?
PoddingtonRL@gmail.com. That's PODDINGTON.
You really...
Poddington.
He gets like potting, and he's like potting. Yeah.
Potting plants.
Potting plants. Yes. Potting plants.
Follow us at Poddington Plants RL. Potting plants.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Do we have an outro?
Yeah. Do you know what we did last time?
Oh, we had to do a quote from the movie.
Yeah.
Do we know any quotes from the movie?
From the movie. Wow, you can hear the clicking very loudly, Micah.
Sorry.
Why are you so noisy all the time?
My home button's broken.
It's like the new Aladdin. You're supposed to be seen, not her.
Oh no, the new Aladdin. Maybe we should do that sometime.
We should do
That'd
that
be
sometime.
Fun. I've got thoughts.
I got an opinion. I got ideas.
I got ideas. We need to do that sometime.
Do we want to?
If we did that, that'd be funny.
Do we want to reenact the scene that we tweeted out?
Which one? I don't know if all the things are here on IMDb.
Oh, it's Peter Joshua, of course.
Peter Joshua. That's the first name he gives.
Yeah.
Though. Adam Canfield is another one.
I love how it changes the names on the IMDb quotes as if it's a completely different
And then
character.
Alexander Dial is another one that he gives.
Ah, yes.
And then is Brian Crookshanks also him?
Yes.
Yes. See, all this is like...
He must have known
He must
Charles
have known
pretty
Charles
well.
pretty well. How can you tell? He's allergic to him. That's no fun.
That's no fun. Dang, we're like reading through these and laughing.
Yeah.
Go watch the movie, guys. Go do it. I dare you.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't find a quote
Okay,
besides that.
Make a Jean-Louis counter every time he shoots someone or screams or like yells something.
Or just says, look at these.
Look at these stamps.
Look at these stamps. He gave me so many stamps. I'm sorry, I do a really bad French accent. But yeah, Jean-Louis.
All is forgiven.
Go find Jean-Louis. Jean-Louis is your best friend.
Oh my god.
Actually, just count how many times we say Jean-Louis. Do it.
You'll get a penny
Jean-Louis.
every time we say Jean-Louis.
Jean-Louis. Jean-Louis.